emulate the drama we have witnessed here this afternoon. Well, certainly O'Sullivan looked very relaxed walking out into the arena. He's still got a lot to do. Seen off Anthony McGill in one of the most remarkable finales this sport has ever thrown up. Affected by his failure to put O'Sullivan away earlier today, because Neil.
But, I mean, this evening is a different story. Back in with a chance. That's a good shot, little cannon. Can turn, and there was one shot, as I mentioned earlier, that did turn things more in his favour, I felt. When he got a little snooker, I didn't see anything wrong with it. And we haven't had a century. That's surely an anomaly.
One to date was just 39, but crucially, of course, he still managed to win 3 frames and then eventually won the second session 6-2 to lead 9-7, being out of this match, but he won the last 2.
He's on that bottom red.
$39.
Wow, this is a good start from O'Sullivan. Oh, what a shot. Deserved to be on something a little easier.
49.
Why should anything change now? Yes.
57.
And as usual, the damage is swift.
Blinking more close to being one. Yeah, nicely done. Wow, this is a stunning start from O'Sullivan, because Ronnie is just playing like he's having a little
73.
practice down his local club.
There's been a relaxed air about O'Sullivan snooker throughout this tournament, as he did against Ding and particularly against Williams when he trailed 7-2. He's never looked he's done. Mark Selby was always going to be expansive attacking games of Ding and Williams and can win in
89.
all sorts of different ways, but he's dodged a bullet or two this afternoon when... What a start.
97.
Well, there is a century after all that. 3 sessions where there hadn't been one. There's been some telling breaks, don't get me wrong. Oh, this is a beautiful break.
105.
The tournament, more than anyone else.
$114.
Break compiled with great skill. Doesn't matter about that. It's a very fine start from O'Sullivan.
It really is game on now.
A little bit pacey. I think he spent a lot of time on the back foot, Selby, just feeding off of safety errors that O'Sullivan has made. But it might not be enough tonight. I think O'Sullivan's going to give it to him, what I saw in that last frame. I think he hit one. Maybe I had to sneak this in.
One. Oh, what a good pot that is under pressure. That's a good sign.
Oh, this could end up.
9.
Before the drama of that almost indescribable final frame.
17.
How far this break will go, but there's a seemingly carefree
25.
look about this. Psychologically, that would be a massive boost.
33.
And that's not a good shot. Well, he's putting 2 at a time now. He's in a bit of a hurry
40.
with the looks of it. really got hold of this. Well, I think now it's time to rein himself
47.
in.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 47.
He knows it makes sense. That is a terrific shot. That is a terrific shot from Selby.
Relatively safe.
Now you know what O'Sullivan wasn't pleased about. He respects greatly Selby's.
And there's a Selby special.
Well, that made a funny sound off that first cushion.
Foul and a miss.
He definitely
Mark
checked
Selby.
off the first cushion. Now then.
One. Seven.
Sullivan in the 2010 Masters with a similar deficit in the final. And of course in the World Final he was 5 adrift on the first day.
Yeah, that's
14.
not great. I think with check side. And that's a good shot. He had to brush up on his safety. What's he doing here? Playing cushion first. He's caught too much of it. He's lucky there if he hasn't left that red on. No, he's not doing that. This is a weak safety shot. Beautiful shot. Beautifully played. The way he stroked it in.
He looked very relaxed as he was introduced to the crowd, shared a joke with...
We just got to join the dots together here and get this frame won at this visit.
9.
Seems unlikely that he will now in this frame. Now this is a dream
17.
start for O'Sullivan, but this has been a little different again. All the shots are coming out now.
Selby had his chances to put him away. The 5 times world champion has put together
39.
4 on the bounce. It's a best of 7 for a place in the final.
44.
Tournament, a half-century clearance in the second. Having fluked match ball against Anthony McGill, and that doesn't even begin to tell the tale of that final frame.
There's no sort of hardship meant against those two guys. What a match it was. And the sequence of, as we see that. He's hit that red. I can't believe he tried to hit that.
Titans of the game.
You know, the fight in him, but I think he really has.
Since that loss. So victory tonight would mean a great deal to him for all sorts of different reasons, but...
It's going to have to come from his next colour. Goodness.
4.
And he went in the side door. And that's a very good shot also. Cue ball is... I'm not surprised he missed it. It was a horrid shot.
And maybe Selby has been getting the rough end of the deal.
Given that he led 5-2 and was pegged right back, if he could get to the front again.
Five. 11.
Get straight on it. Not quite straight
17.
enough. And he has got him behind it, by the looks of things. Good shot.
Having won that reprieve this morning.
23. 31.
Playing on the red in bulk
39.
now. No pace, it's not really how he likes to operate. That'll do him.
45.
That is
Foul.
not a good outcome. As
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 45.
he-
1.
Into the reds there.
7.
He's certainly got the angle to play that
13.
cannon. This is the biggest shot of the evening so far, this next one.
It was looking as though he was going to hit the front.
Well, that could have been a lot better. Very well played.
21.
And nothing safe.
Listen, this is an
26.
absolutely massive frame. He would not call himself unlucky. That was a little nervy.
33. 38. 41. 45.
But he missed the bunch by quite a way, went in off,
50.
and Mark Selby has shown his trademark steel core.
Mark Selby, 56 on the
A
frame.
very fine. The final frame before the final interval. What a big one.
Yeah, well, I think the pressure now is back on O'Sullivan. Such are all the great players, all the ways that they conduct themselves. You've got to dig in occasionally, and obviously Mark Selby has won 3 world titles since Ronnie last won it. There you are, a bit of practice between frames, I guess. His back arm, to be honest with you, not today. Trying to say his cue action's not right. There's nothing wrong with it from what.
1.
He's got to keep being very good, equipped to punish.
7. 13.
Play that nicely. No, that's all right.
21. 29. 37.
Just got to measure this correctly. Oh, he's played that well.
To wipe out his advantage. But Selby not remotely phased, it would seem.
Well, I don't think he was going to be able to just sit and wait for chances to keep coming his way. It didn't feel like O'Sullivan was in that frame of mind. Well, this looks good.
$63.
In an ideal world, he wouldn't have come back to the table
Selby,
at all,
63.
O'Sullivan. I know he's in a snooker. He might just have a launch at these, lunge at these, see what comes back. He's almost, you know, almost trying to fluke one, wasn't he? I can understand that. I think he will go down in the frame. And this has been 4 terrific frames of snooker.
Has raised his game as well, with 2 very cool breaks, including that superb clearance of 56. Magnificent. Superb pot from O'Sullivan. He's got his long game back. Better than that. Far even for him, so this is a very big frame.
7.
And it looks like if he is going to go down, it's
13.
I mean, there was always the chance that
17.
that little run of all guns blazing again, who knows? I mean, he came up with a big grin on his face, but I didn't really understand that, but probably quite hard to enjoy the afternoon session
23.
the way it... Reds have got a bit of distance between them.
One. Nine.
Intelligent
13.
shot to play up on the pink now.
in the last 2 or 3 seasons since he won his 3rd world title.
20.
A few changes, hired Chris Henry, who's worked with the likes of Sean Murphy.
27. $35.
Really able to see the pocket opening very easily. Oh, that's very nice. Needs an angle on the next red.
But that red stays out. Sullivan immediately releasing the red.
That was a fantastic shot. I mean, it really was the red. I mean, it's complete nonsense to say that, but
5.
people do say it. He seems to be refusing to back down.
Yes, every time you think that Selby's on the cusp of the rail to drop.
17.
Had he cleared up there, it might have been the decisive blow.
22.
You can't take your eyes off the drama at the Crucible today. Ronnie O'Sullivan is not finished, not by a long chalk. O'Sullivan needs 3 for the right to play Kyron Wilson in the final, starting out tomorrow afternoon. What a pot that is.
1.
Not holding back here either. Oh dear, but that was a long way off. From the sublime to the ridiculous. Opportunity. It's got to be frustrating.
1. Nine.
Tightly grouped. You know what he's going to do, that he was going to play that, and it was never really the right shot, I don't think. Well, he's over-screwed for that one red, but he's on the bottom one. I think it's very easy from there. So he just plays on the single red. Oh, he couldn't have played it any better. He's right behind it.
24.
So
Mark Selby, 31.
O'Sullivan just about survives that little exchange, albeit
The cue ball tight to baulk. But that one stays out. That's much more like it.
you can take that early risk. Could have cost him the frame. Ooh, that one only just made it, didn't it?
That was another very ambitious red from O'Sullivan. And this time, no mistake from Selby from long range.
1.
That's for sure. Albeit with the reds more open, I think Ronnie would probably have played the same shot under these circumstances, in fairness.
Mark Selby, 1.
Well, this is his new way of playing this shot, goodness me.
Each time he's tried it, he's not got lucky.
1. Seven.
The cue ball has gone.
Foul.
Wow.
One.
Well, Selby got himself in a tangle there. It's amazing how he's just all of a sudden,
7.
you know, he may still win the frame, but if he doesn't,
In goes the cross double.
1. Mark Selby, 1.
But there's still only one frame between them, and O'Sullivan still has a chance to draw level.
if he can pot this next red, he can win the frame. This is not a bad cue ball, you know. I know the red is on.
Wow.
1.
An ultra thin cut. Now then. Does play that shot awfully well.
This is an extremely tense moment in the match,
8.
this.
11. 15. 20. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 20.
Pushing the pink up and down the table. And he could avoid it. So Sullivan could have done a bit better there. Well, he's not playing it in the middle. It's too narrow. So he'll wait. And, you know, it would be unfortunate end here if O'Sullivan just presented him with the chance he's been waiting for, because Selby's under it. I don't think Ronnie can see that. He can afford to miss this once. And he has missed it once.
Foul and a miss. Mark Selby, 6. Free ball.
Free ball is irrelevant. 2 decisions. Put him back in, or put the black on the side cushion and leave the cue ball at the other end. That's the choice here. It's just a ridiculous shot. Absolutely ridiculous shot. And he's presented somebody who was under it.
So Mark Selby moves. Terrific pot.
It's quite difficult to fathom, really, isn't it, that last frame, how it ended. Cautiously. It's a long way back from here, in the balls. It's just the other parts of his game which...
Crucial break of 56 to win the third of the evening, and
18.
The 2 reds there.
26.
Maybe it's released a little bit of the...
34. 42. 50.
And he's doing it quickly. He's never hung around. We all know about the record of the lot.
58.
1.
66.
Just a reminder of how brilliant he can be.
74.
At a 16-15 lead, rather than the frame long since
81.
won.
82.
So what Mark Selby makes of this brand of Ronnie O'Sullivan this evening. Battling at others.
88. 96.
51st of the season.
104.
1060th of his extraordinary career. What a way to keep your hopes alive in the semi-final.
113. 116.
I guess it would be quite fun if this went all the way.
131.
Magic from O'Sullivan in the nick of time. A 138 total clearance. What's going to happen next? Selby breaking off frame 32. 16-15 he leads. Another magnificent long red from O'Sullivan.
Nine.
But he'll take it. He's got two reds
15.
at the bottom of the bunch. For now, Ronnie seems to be playing like there's no pressure on him, but you know, you've got to assume he's only human.
23. $31.
And that's exactly what he's done. He can make the balls talk sometimes when he's in amongst them. He played it in such a way that he was always going to finish on the blue.
Just don't know what's coming next, but
45.
Bit of a stretch.
52. $58.
But the way that he's played since that
66.
aberration a couple of frames back, you know, I'd say he deserves absolutely pulsating snooker.
it's incredible stuff, isn't it?
Yes, he'll obviously have a go for that.
Ronnie
I'm sure he
O'Sullivan,
will.
71. One.
Well, that's surely, for the second time today, we're going the distance. What an incredible day of snooker this has turned out to be. But it's certainly doing its best.
What this game is all about. You know, we play all these other wonderful tournaments all year, but from what I've seen, I think we've seen everything today. But from his point of view, will he ever get a better chance to win a world title at this stage of his career? It's a dangerous shot to try and cover that red. Good shot. I grant you. I think he'll play the adventurous shots, and for the moment Selby's likely to just hang on. Yes, he's just happy to sit in and wait, and that's fair enough, I think.
$13-9 up. He had chances in the last two of the session. Had he won either of those frames, you wonder whether O'Sullivan could have fought back. Most complex of characters on show.
That's an interesting shot. That's more like the man he's playing to.
And he is again. That was as straight as a die. But he's got it. Goodness me, that was... Wowee.
17.
This would be one of the more remarkable victories of an already...
Played it well. Played it very well.
25.
The semi-final is now out of his hands, and yet for most of the day it's felt as though Selby was just one blow away from...
Well, he had to play it with a trace of left-hand side.
29.
A lot of points without reply.
But in the last 3 frames he has been...
33. $41.
O'Sullivan playing, let's say, in...
It's history now, isn't it? This is incredible what he's doing here. It's absolutely incredible. This, to me, is just something else.
57.
I mean, I've always thought he was... I mean, completely so. Wow. Wow.
Enormous pressure on Selby now. That was a good pot because he's so cold. He's...
Nine. $17.
A little bit edgy on that. Potted it into the... Well, again. This is going to be monumental stuff if he wins it. Well, that's end of break, surely. That's...
Mark Selby, 34.
But there's nothing to save him. Well played.
Probably too much.
He's done it again. He's only gone and done it again. But this time, he's had a great result.
Well, Selby's shot was brilliant.
Hasn't got much wiggle room here. Oh, what a shot he's played there. Great shot.
Now, Ronnie's going away here. 2 cushions. Well, that's a brilliant shot. And this time, there was a plan. And the plan was...
Oh, he's caught the jaw. Goodness me. He only needs the red. He's got the red. What an extraordinary finale to an incredible match. Groundbreaking day of snooker.
Well, this match, I mean, it's one of the great performances, a slightly eccentric performance, I must say. Occasionally there was a method in Ronnie's madness, but ultimately, feel sorry for Mark Selby, but...
Yes, on occasion there was madness in the method. Incredible snooker thrown in. Ronnie O'Sullivan has come back from the brink, 16-14 down. He's won 3 on the bounce.